So, as you might guess from the title of the video, this is my normal. I won't be doing flips or anything in this video. There's no parkour in this. This is just going to be me showing you a bit around my van that I've built and a bit more about why I'm doing it and how much it's cost me. So I'll see a lot on YouTube of people doing their van builds and it's cost them 5 grand, 10 grand, 20 grand to build their van. When what I've done is totally the opposite. I've spent as little as I can to build what I class as a livable environment. So it's not pretty yet. There is more going on in the van. There's plenty more to be done. I'll explain a bit more about it. So let's go and have a look at it. So the van itself was listed for £1,600. I managed to swap it for a motorbike that I had that cost me £300. So it only owes me 300 quid. That's good for a van like this, no matter the condition. It's a big, long wheelbase high top, and that's all that matters. Yeah, let's have a look inside. There's nothing really interesting about the front, just a normal twin seat, like your usual work van. And in the back, so LED lights in the top. There's 3 of them, all controlled from a little panel down there. I'll show you that in a minute. There is a skylight in the roof, which actually is a caravan window that was from a caravan I used for some of the other bits. I'll show you up top there. You should be able to see my solar panel as well up there. The cupboards I need to paint white. I'm just going to paint everything white so it's all the same, and then I'm going to detail it after. It is fully insulated all around. I've not put windows or anything in it, which a lot of people have asked about because I want it to be as stealthy as possible. So if I'm parking in cities and stuff, we don't want any of that. This blanket I'm just using to separate the front and the back. It also covers the horrible cushions, which I need to dye or recover. At the bottom I've got a bench that slides out, and when it's in this position I've got 2 more of these cushions that stack on top of it, and it creates a second bed for a guest or whatever. It's a full double bed with that on it. So, and it also has a little lever up to full height, and you've got a nice working space or place to eat. So I've dropped it back down. Under here, there's another storage bin here, which has got some camera equipment in it. It also has extra cables, so if I ever parked somewhere where I had the opportunity to hook up to electric, I have under here, there's a hookup cable here, so I can plug it in and run the 240 volt off of that. Or I have an inverter which is hooked up to the spare battery underneath the seat, so I've got that. A little explanation on the kitchen. That space where I've got this horrible little cool box scenario going on that's covered in paint from when we painted the van. I built that for an actual Electrolux normal camper fridge, fitted it and everything, it looked good, and then the fridge didn't work. So anyway, so unlike most campers, I do actually have a fully working oven as well, which is nice for some things. Not that I'll probably ever use it, but a 3-burner there and full sink under there. This bit a lot of people have asked questions about. So here is, I have a full standing shower, or will have. I've not got a shower tray for it yet. That's the only thing I've got to get, and fit that to it, and then we'll be sorted. Little storage unit just for clothes, all just little bits. I'm not going to be anywhere that I need more than that, really. There are some bigger clothes in here hung up, suits and stuff. There's also a little toilet in there for a horrible eventuality that I'd ever need to use it. It's a full double bed. I can only just sleep sideways, but I am short, so it works. If you're over 6 foot, you couldn't do this in one of these vans unless you took the side paneling out. But it's a memory foam bed. I sleep diagonal. It's only me in it, so it doesn't really matter. I've got a TV there which has Apple TV and a few other bits on it. I don't really ever have time to watch TV, so I'm normally busy editing or whatever. Some nice little reading lights there for the books that I never read. Yeah, on this switch, so I've got this switch panel changes from caravan to the car battery or the van battery. This isn't actually hooked up to the van battery because I will never want to use the van battery to power everything. So here I've got my water pump and I've got my lights. Not enough. and I've got an auxiliary one, which will be for the fans which I'm putting in. I'm putting some cooling fans in for the summer. So I've got this little box here, which is actually a box from my helmet. I'm just using that as a bin at the minute. There's a subwoofer underneath it. I've got storage for all my shoes underneath, and a foam roller for when I'm injured. So I picked this up from Aldi. It's a massive storage chest, which at the minute has just got bits of food in it, protein and stuff like that. Stuff that's not gone in the fridge or anything like that. In the cupboards, I put them on springs to hold themselves out. Pots and pans, cheese grater, blender, bits of food, coffee, most important thing, plates, bowls, cups, cutlery, all in there. You name it, I've got it in there. I've got a little light in there for when I can't see at night. Right, so in the back, right, so I have a full toolbox here which has got everything I need if the van broke down, or if I needed to fix my bike, or any interior work I need to do on the van. I've got absolutely everything with me in that toolbox. That's the idea. It's a bit of a mess, but everything's there. On the right hand side, I've got the gas bottle and the water tank. The water tank is only small. I will make that a hell of a lot bigger once the shower is fitted, but for now it does the job. It's only for the sink and the pots and stuff like that. I do have another couple of water drums that will be going with me in the back on long trips. So water pipe is here. It's teed across down there, so it goes to the sink. Also gets teed down and into the hot water heater, which is for the shower. Yes, you're not meant to use these showers inside as they're gas, but that flue pipe on the top, just a little bit you can see sticking out, that will be flued out the side once I've done the shower. But there's no point me messing about and cutting holes right now because that's not done yet. I need to finish the shower before I do that. So, I recorded the rest of that video 6 weeks ago. I lived in that van solidly for about a month, with no issues whatsoever. It was great. Met some great people down there. I moved actually down south, I moved to Brighton, which is great. I really enjoyed it. It seems like a decent city where anything goes, so. Anyway, circumstances have changed. I'm obviously not in that van anymore, so I'll get onto that in another video. But for now, I hope you enjoyed looking at the van that I built, and maybe it gave you some ideas for your build, or whatever, or maybe it just gave you an insight into what I'm doing. But for now, I'll leave it at that, and I'll catch you in the next one.